long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries?
Oh, that's
Did something
hilarious.
crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time from now on.
We're gonna go this way
When
again.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Now I see why this takes so long for people, because
Yet there was not a single
all
person
these
there
different
either.
ways, and if you
Feeling
screw
a
up
wave
one of them, you.
disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer.
This is rude. That's rude.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yeah.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean?
Is it 2458 or is it
Stanley
2?
wondered aloud to nobody.
2.
He began wildly
8,
tearing through papers on the
4,
boss's desk, pulling books
5.
off the shelf. Look, Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
This is actually hilarious. I'm so happy that I got this now. Yeah, I understand now why this can take so long, because if you just constantly keep doing the wrong thing or not the one path, then you just end up in this, giant maze of doing stuff.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Because last time we went escape, so now we will go here.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Whoa.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I guess we're gonna find out. We gonna learn today.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
Whoa.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Fired. That one up there has a thing on it. I wasn't looking to see how many people were fired. Okay, so there's one fired up there. There's something just on the screen up there, though. And there's one fired over there. What's the one on the screen up there? 234.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all
That one
this
just said
time?
pirate.
Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to
Right
accept
up there.
it blindly?
Pirate. Oh. Sorry.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was
Never.
unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation.
Whoa.
Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
How am I gonna do that? How am I supposed to dismantle this thing? Is it up here? No? Okay. Okay. What if I go... No? There's got to be a way up there, right? Okay. I guess we just move forward, because I'm pressing buttons and nothing's happening, so. I'm pressing the buttons, but nothing's happening. What about this one? What about that button? What about that button? Boop boop. Okay. Oh. Oh, mind control idle awaiting input. Oh, there we go. Alright, let's see here.
Found the source of the room's power. He knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place.
Yes.
And to everything it stood for.
Yes. Put an end to it. Turn it on.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years,
I was happy.
You tried to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex.
Oh, good.
How long until detonation, then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is.
Hold up a second.
More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that?
2.
You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna
3.
die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine.
What?
Free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not?
No shot.
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you
That's not cool.
humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first.
Wait, did he just add
so
30?
you can't.
Oh, 30 seconds he added to
Take a
it.
look at the clock, Stanley.
Goodbye,
That's
employee.
30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until
Goodbye.
a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life? Or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Alright. Oh my god. And I'm right back at the beginning, right? Son of a... Alright, here we go. Let's run it again. No narrator this time.
When Stanley came to
There
a
it
set
is.
of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh boy.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go
So
up to
upset
his
by that.
boss's office. Hoping he might find coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
2845.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some
Oh,
buttons.
dope.
Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Kill surprise.
Cool, I don't even need to do that anymore. Great. That was... I like that. Alright, mind control, go
Stanley
in.
walked straight ahead
Yep.
through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Yes, I do. I press this button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Did we have the strength to find out? I just want to know what's
Now
on
the monitors
screen
jumped to life,
234.
Their true nature revealed.
That's what I want to know.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen.
So I want to know.
One of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated?
I'm gonna
to
wait until they
accept
start
it
to change
blindly?
again, and when they start to change again, then I'm gonna go in the elevator.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life
Oh, it's a
in
glitch.
someone else's control.
It's a glitch on
Never.
234.
It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Yes.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that...
Oh.
blackness, and a rising chill of uncertainty.
Yeah.
Was it over?
I don't know. I don't know. Probably not.
He had won.
I won?
He had defeated the machine.
Woo!
Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him.
Whoa.
For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
The end is never the end. Stanley was happy. Let's do it all over again.